Like a neck full of diamonds, nigga, that's on my mama.
Izzo, what's poppin'? We all been waiting and I've been working. But the wait is over. The podcast is here. The pull up. Let's go. Izzo, what's poppin'? It's your boy Shabazz the OG and dig it. I told y'all I wasn't bullshitting. Instagram every day. Instagram live every night. OG, when the podcast coming? OG, when you gonna do the podcast? OG, when? God damn it now. The pull up podcast is here. The wait is over. I'm just as excited as y'all. Shit, I was waiting just like y'all was waiting. I was waiting. But what my man Emory Jones say? Greatness is a process, and the process was very much necessary. God damn it, and the greatness is here. Not just me. I got some more greatness with me. Philadelphia has welcomed Brooklyn into the building. Bed-Stuy, get on your feet. You understand? For the one, the only, my first guest on my first episode, my dog Feby Katana. What's on? That's an ill. Yeah, that's my dog. You know, I like that name for you though. You know,
I know.
I
You
like,
call me that.
Yeah, I like Feby Katana. Like that's just like a real ill alter ego. Like it's real like superhero-ish. Right, there you go. See, that's why I like that.
Real
What's happening?
I'm here, man. Thank you for having me.
Man, listen, you know what? What's so dope about this? It was not planned.
It really wasn't.
Like 7:30 this morning, I was doing my first episode by myself. 8:30, we was planning this. Like this, how life goes. Like,
did you think that was at 8:30?
I mean, shit happens.
But who tells Baz no? It's like you don't want to do that.
I mean, people. Well, the people that tell me no don't really count because I don't tell people that count no.
Well, you don't never tell me no.
No, you family.
Right.
No, we don't. Fam don't do that to fam. We might say, let me get back. Not right now. Hold on, I got you. But like just a flat out no, nah, we don't do that. Right. We'd have made this happen if I had to go to New York. This was inevitable. Just so happens that God placed us in the same place at the same time, and here we go. You understand me? But I really, really appreciate your presence, though.
And I appreciate you.
Yeah, this is dope. So look, time is money, time is precious, and I know you got things to do. So we just going, as my man Trey would say, dive in. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna dive right in. So what happened is, just so people can understand a little bit how this even came about in my mind. When me and Fee was kicking it earlier, and it just dawned on me, like when I have conversation and dialogue, I like to keep it like authentic and relatable to like my audience, my peers, you know, my generation, and then the new era of people who kind of in the same paths and the paths and directions that we took. So I'm thinking about all the things that I know you've done, and I'm like, damn, and out of nowhere. It hit me. It was like, it'd be dope to do a segment about something that would be relatable to females and giving females game, because they get game from me every day, but nobody
I get game from you.
but they never really get a chance to really get game from a female, because what a lot of people don't know is a lot of females, you know, fuck with me and what I do because they relate to me, and I got so many female friends that, you know, that love me for who I am and what I do, because they know where I'm coming from. They think like I think. We like-minded individuals. So I'm like, there's a conversation that I want to have, and it'd just be dope to have it with a female. And it just so happened to be you. And like I said, I'm just going to dive right in. There's a misconception in the culture about females that have babies by ballers. Now, whether it's a ball player, that's a baller, a rapper, an entertainer. It's like when a female have a baby by one of these men, it's like she good, she set. And I know that's your circumstance. So how does it feel to be set for life?
I ain't set for life. My kids are set for life, but I ain't set for life. I think that's the problem.
That's the
people thinking that.
So
you
that's
know
the
what I'm saying?
so
Like,
that's the
no.
misconception. It's like you had the baby with him, and now it's like I'm good.
So yeah, 2 kids with an athlete. My kids are good.
Mm-hmm.
Child support is for your child.
Message.
Okay.
Listen, ladies.
Yeah. So I just purchased my first home, and I seen a lot of negative comments or a blog posted. Yeah.
Congratulations.
I seen a lot of
Under
negative,
30.
Yeah, under 30. I'm not 30 yet. But I seen a lot of comments. A blog posted, and I seen a lot of comments like, "Well, she gets child support. That child support bought her that." And I was like, "Well, I've been getting child support for a long time. I would have probably been had it if that was the case."
Right.
But no, I wanted to wait till I was doing my own thing. My money was right. I ain't saying I'm the richest, I'm the wealthiest, but I got a couple dollars now of my own money where I felt comfortable.
And we gonna get to how that came about. You know, pardon me for interrupting, because I watched this journey materialize.
Yeah, because when you met me, I was like, remember when you met me? I was like, I hit you up. I hit him up on Instagram. I was like, yo, I like your content. I like what you represent. Can you mentor me? Like, can you help me? Can you talk to me? Like, I don't know what I want to do. I just need some type of help. And
Real
I feel
talk.
like you're somebody that can help me. But, that's a whole...
Real rap.
That's how we met. And
Then I got G-checked. I got G-checked in New York at Meek's championship album release party. Mind you, the story she just told is real. I'm at the party. I'm standing against the wall by myself, minding my business, chilling. Drinking water and minding my business.
all the girls is chasing the rappers, and I mean every rapper.
Everybody in the
was
building.
there.
Trey
And I'm
was
like,
there. Like
Okay, that's cute.
So
Shout out to Meek. That's the homie. Shout out to everybody. But I see Baz. I'm like, go ahead, Baz. Go ahead.
I'm like, because she scared me, y'all. Because I'm caught off guard. Because mind you, she really did hit me up on the gram. We talked on the phone, but we never met in person. I'm at the party and I'm leaned against the wall and I'm chilling. And she just walked straight up to me like, "Oh, so you in New York and you ain't gonna call nobody?" And when I looked, it had to register like, "Oh shit, that's Feby." Because obviously I know who she is from seeing her on the gram. But like the approach was like, we've been friends forever. Like, nigga, you in New York and I don't know? So from that moment to this one, it's been what it is.
Yeah, my life kind of really changed since the first time we met.
I watched it. And purposely, I didn't introduce you as Feby from VH1 or Feby from basketball because I saw everything that came before that. I watched you on your Instagram with the music. I watched you pursuing it. We talked about the bullshit that the females got to go through with this male-dominated industry and so on and so forth. So I watched you pursue the music and I watched how the whole Basketball Wives thing fell in your lap. Like, I remember talking to you one morning and I'm like, "Yo, what you doing? You all dressed up?" You was like, "I'm about to go to a job interview." And that's part of the reason why this conversation here came about today. Because that's what clarifies and clears up and eradicates that misconception that we're talking about.
Right.
Because since I've known you, it's always been about your kids. You don't bring any dudes around your kids. You don't take your kids anywhere. You don't allow just anybody around your kids. The only people I ever heard have your kids is you or your mother. Like, I've never heard you leave your kid. Like, so I always watched how you operate as a mother. And I've never seen nor heard you rely on your kid's father's money and his responsibility to his children to translate over to you. And I think you was a perfect example to kind of help these young ladies and women understand, like, his money is his money.
Right. And I think when you looking on Instagram and you looking even on VH1, they don't really show like everything. Like I'm really grateful for the opportunity, and I don't want to bash them. You know, it is what it is. You know, sometimes storylines come out how it come out. You got to take it for what it is. That's what you signed up for.
Right.
But they don't really show everything. You know what I'm saying? They don't show your struggles. They don't show what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish. And I have somebody, you know, I'm grateful, you know. My kid's father, he's in their lives. He's doing his thing, and I'm grateful to have somebody that got a coin to take care of them. But you have to be able to take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So once I did my first season and got my feet wet, and then I signed my second season, I was like, oh yeah, it's time to get a house.
That's a
You know what I
fact.
mean?
And I think it's important that no matter how sharp I am, no matter how sharp another guy is, like a lot of times certain things when men say them, you know, as directives to women, they hear it and it's cool, but when it's coming from a woman, right? And it's a woman that's living it, a woman that's not being presumptuous, a woman that's not being judgmental. It's like, nah, I'm in this. Like I'm telling y'all what it is from experience. Like even how I operate my platform. Like should I be talking about? I didn't Google it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't read it in a book. It's really authentic. Like I really been to prison. I really ran the streets. I really ran with killers. I really did goofy shit out here. I really could be dead. I really could be doing 100,000 years. And, you know what I'm saying? Like these things really could be going on. Like, you know, thank God my mother, as Jay said, never had to set foot inside of a church. You know what I mean? Like crying, you know, with boogers and snot on her sleeve. You know, all my mother's 6 kids are here. Like life could have been really different. So this is all a blessing. So when you really can tell your story and give game to people from a personal and authentic place and perspective, I think it resonate, or as they say, hit different, you know, when it's coming from that type of place. So if, like you, for instance, if you knew a young lady who had that perception like, damn, I'm gonna get me a baller and I'm gonna have me a baby.
I feel like I'm not gonna say all. Let me not say that, because I don't know. We're living in some different times, but I feel like a lot of chicks think like that. Like, all right.
Yeah, whether it's a ball player, a rapper, or a street nigga with a bag,
boxer,
like everybody is
whatever,
after getting somebody that has something.
Right.
But it's like, shorty, what do you have? It's just like you said. It's scary to rely on somebody else.
You said. Pause right there. You said, shorty, what do you have? Sometimes these niggas don't be wanting you to have nothing.
That's true.
But that's another topic. I don't know if we want to really get into that.
We can get into that. I mean, it's a part of it. It's a part of it because sometimes it goes into who you are as an individual. If a man is the type who doesn't want a woman to have anything, it's one of two things. That's a controlling individual that just wants to be in control of a situation, or that's an insecure man that can only conquer a woman if he's standing over top of her and looking down on her.
You hear him? Okay.
So I mean, I don't know about what they say about the shoe, if it fit, tie it up, or slip it on. Some of these
guys, ladies, you chasing these guys with these big bags. They don't want you to have a bag either. Some of them. Majority of them, or they get intimidated. Some of them don't want you to have nothing. You know, I've been in those shoes.
My friends love women with money. My friends, that's the topic of, that's one of our favorite conversations when we talking about women. We talking about the ones that got the bread. Like, we love it. Like me and my squad, like, we love it. See a woman getting some money? I mean, to the point where we don't have no picks and no discrimination. Like, I don't knock nobody how they go get their bag, because at the end of the day, if you're a female and you struggling and you're trying to find your way in life and nobody's helping you, who has the right to tell you what to do to go get it? So when you have these guys who's like want to keep you at bay and put you in a position where what I say goes because I got the bread, that's a decision that you gotta make.
There's a lot of that going on right now. A lot of that going on. It's a lot.
I guess I could say don't let it be you, but there's too much.
I'm not in that situation at this moment, but I've been in that situation.
How did you handle it?
I left.
How long did it take you? That's a valid question. I mean, it don't happen overnight. I know.
Okay.
It takes some time, right?
Yeah, it took time.
But
the real one you said?
no, but listen though. Here's the thing. It's
hard because it's like, so much. It's
listen,
so much.
I get it.
Like,
this is what I
really get into
listen.
that.
I was just saying the other day about it was a post that I put up about people who deal with shit. Like, the lady who ran her boyfriend over or her husband over with the car.
Ooh, the 18 years she gave him.
18 years she gave him. He didn't just become ain't shit overnight.
Right, that was built up.
From shit that she kept dealing with. And I understand. So, like, even though you can admittedly say you was in that situation and you probably dealt with it longer than you should have.
I did.
Change, but it's hard. And I get it. Mm-hmm. Like, I was in toxicity for 13 years.
And these motherfuckers be brainwashing, like,
Y'all be brainwashing too.
It's like,
hold on, listen.
Bitch, who gonna give you this? Who gonna buy you this? It be like, damn, why you don't buy me nothing else? Don't do nothing for me. I don't want nothing. It be like, listen, he can't do this. I could do this. He can't be like, damn, he can't do this.
This is what y'all.
Oh, I can't do this. Is bad. Like.
But that's because, like you said, when you in that position where you don't have, that manipulation can be exercised against you.
Shit. When you get your own, when you have your own, girl.
You can put up a little fight, a little resistance.
You be like, baby, you can go. I can buy my own Chanel bag or whatever you talking about. You're not about to cheat on me, not for no Chanel bag.
That empowerment, that's when that empowerment comes.
Or whatever. I just said that just to, whatever item or material or vacation or to feel like whatever. I don't know. Whatever. And then I was 18 pregnant.
Right.
I was a little ass girl. I didn't know, when you 18 and you dealing with somebody that's in the NBA at the time, he was the youngest person in the NBA.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So I'm pretty sure he didn't even know what he was dealing with in his life. We both was going through a big change. It was like, he seeing bitches that he could never thought of even sniffing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm an adult now. I could sit there and say, I understand that shit. Like,
you get it.
I get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, it's a whole different lifestyle. It's a whole different scenario. It's like a whole different scenery. Like, and I don't know. When you're young and you need a mentor. It needs to be more younger women that's helping other young women and telling them you need to do your own thing. Like, me having a child at 19, I didn't get my college degree till I was about, 21, 22. But I should have been did that.
Well, I mean, why would you say you should have been did it? You can only do it when it comes to your mind for you to do it.
Because one, I did. Want to pause for a second?
You good?
Okay, so for one, I went to school for media and broadcasting, which is kind of what I'm doing right now on television.
Did you do it in high school?
No, college.
Okay. No, I'm asking because I never went to college. It's funny because I went to a communications mag in high school where I did radio and television, but I never pursued it. And then you went to college for it, and then now we both sitting here.
Right. And I feel like if I would have been did that, I probably would have been further on. I don't know. I feel like everything does happen for a reason.
We was just talking about that.
Yeah, we were. But you gotta know who's for you. Find you somebody secure. Find you somebody that's not trying to hold a bag over your head. Get your own.
See, this is where the game is coming from, ladies. From a lady.
Get your own bag. Have your own name. Make your own money. And
then on top of it, it's like you're able to help if you with the right person. If they slip, if they fall, if something go wrong with them. And that's the other part of it. Like, are you willing to put yourself in a position where you'll do for him what he would do for you. You know what I mean? If some people don't feel like they with that type of guy.
I ain't doing nothing for nobody. Dating scene is really weird for me right now. Like, I don't know. Like, you don't know people's intentions. You don't know.
Do guys do what girls do? Do guys be like, she got some money? She got something I can take? She got something I can get?
I done had my ex tell me he just with you because of me. I'll be like, damn, is that real? Is that true?
I mean, I don't know because I'm not that type of guy. Like, I'm not.
Well, everybody not bads, you know?
I mean, but even it's not even that I'm so different and so special. It's just like certain things I really can't fathom. Like,
There's some real weirdos.
I can't fathom not being confident. I can't fathom not walking into a room and if you don't see me, you're gonna hear me. If you don't hear me, you're gonna smell me. Like, I'm here. Who else in here? Oh, he got $1 million? That's cool. Who else in here? Oh,
that was me. That was me looking for you that night. I was like, this motherfucker, is that? I know that's not Shabazz the OG. And I just told this nigga I ain't to talk to him and he ain't. Oh, ain't you in my city? Hold up. Oh, Skittle. Hey, you, yeah.
Yeah, and just ran right down
like,
on me.
Yeah,
like,
yes. Because at that time, I was going through something. Like, I was like, yo, I'm smart. I'm beautiful. What am I doing with my time? What am I doing with my life?
Right.
I'm more than an Instagram picture, face. Like, how do I make this make money? How do I make this make dollars? When I hit you, I was saying, who you know can help me do X, Y, and Z and do this and this and that? And you was like, hey, whatever I could do, I got you on this, I got you on that.
Right.
Like, you gotta have your own thing popping.
But I'm gonna tell you, in my opinion, because I only speak from experience. I only speak from, personal dialogue. I believe what happened for you, because it happened for me. Sometimes, and I really want people to understand this, sometimes it's not about what you do to get blessed. Sometimes it's about what you're willing to do. And I'm going to go back to you going to the job interview. Like, I've never heard you sit back and rely on your kid's father. I never heard you act entitled because your kid's father, is a ball player and is wealthy. I never heard you do anything other than try to figure out Feby's life. In my own personal journey, I
wish more people knew this about me.
I can go back to another time, but I'll just go recently when the pandemic hit. Like, I got caught with my pants in my ankles like a lot of people. Nobody was expecting that shit. The streams of income that I had stopped as well. Like, I had to get creative. And a friend of mine called me, and her job was hiring people for a warehouse job. And this is a real story. Like, and my friend Simone, and she was like, yo, do you know anybody that'll work in a warehouse putting labels on these food boxes that's get delivered to people who need food during this crisis? She said they paying $12.50 an hour. And I'm like, yeah, I know somebody. Me. When this pandemic started in March, I went to work at a warehouse because the first thing came to my mind is get money. Everything immediately. I'll figure everything else out along the way, but immediately there was $12.50 an hour to be made. I didn't even realize that the job was temporary. On my second day, they talking about, okay, thanks, man. We really appreciate you. Whoa, wait, what are you talking about? I'm not going to be here tomorrow? I'm not going to be here tomorrow? Like, what do you mean? Thanks, see you later. No, this was just a temporary. And I was like low-key crushed. But after that, this happened, that happened, this happened. And it was that willingness not to sit back. I'm Shabazz the OG. I can't do this.
Right,
Floyd, my man. I'm gonna call Floyd. I'm gonna call. No, I'm a man.
Gotta figure it out
immediately. So with someone like yourself, like I said, I watch this, and I believe the reason why you're blessed to be in the position that you're in is because you didn't have that sense of entitlement. You didn't sit back and think something was owed to you because you're smart and beautiful and got a children's father that play basketball. You still have an identity. And a lot of people need to understand that you have to maintain a sense of self. You have to be willing to sacrifice. You have to be willing to put yourself out there for the things that you say you want and need. And that's why, like, you and I resonate. That's why we could be friends, because I really believe, you know, people underestimate the power of having people around you that's like you. No, we don't always agree. No, we're not going to always see eye to eye. It's the moral value. It's the moral component, rather. It's the integrity. It's what we stand for and what we stand on that makes us relate. And that's why I just feel like that's what makes you super dope, man, because I watched it. Like she said, she wished a lot of people would get to see it. And I really wish a lot of people would get to see what a lot of celebrities go through, because they just be looking at the glam side.
What the hell they be looking at?
They be looking at the success.
Well, I done seen people say, oh, this is a real good one. I done seen people say, like, the way I dress on Basketball Wives, like, because the other chicks is wearing, like, Versace all the time and shit. And I was wearing Fashion Nova, because guess what? 90% of it was free, and if it wasn't, I bought it with what I had. That's what y'all got. I'm trying to give you me. I'm not just trying to come on it like, boom, boom, this is what I got. Boom, boom, boom. Like, no, I don't have that. Because I didn't use this money to go get that.
And it's progression. Now you get this. What females can do with you is they can see. I never forget. About 3 years ago, the artist that I work with, AR Music, we shot a video. His video was bananas, and I'll never forget. My man Nigel Mack saw the video and was like, "Yo, this video is crazy." He was like, "This his first video?" We like, "Yeah." They're like, "Shabazz, y'all can't
Where's the growth?"
They said, "Shabazz, y'all can't put this shit out." What do you mean? We spent $15,000 on this. We had Rugs and Prime and Meek, everybody at the house, and we got a big production. What the fuck you mean we can't put this out?
Do that.
He said, "Shabazz, the video is crazy." He said, "But it looked like a Rick Ross video for a brand new artist." He said, "Y'all gotta build the story."
They got on me about my video too.
You gotta build this shit. Like, you can't, people, he just gonna fall out the sky and drones and Bentleys and shit. It can't happen like that. Right. So to what you're saying is true. Like, people, especially when you want people to relate to you, right, they gotta see the struggle. It's instinctive, some of this shit that we're able to do.
Right, because sometimes you see me around and I wasn't around. I'm like, what we doing? Like, you know, I was working on getting deals and things like that, but it was just a lot of other shit going on that I ain't really had no parts of. So it was kind of making my situation more hard. Instincts
always worked for you since I've known you. You've always been instinctive. You follow the vibes. You follow you again, asking questions and reaching out. So those are the things that work for you, and that's why
and being smart and reading contracts, yo. I done got some bullshit contracts put in front of my table.
Yeah, that's a whole other conversation that we can have.
Make another podcast for that one.
Yeah, that's a whole nother.
Some of y'all not reading. Y'all just signing shit. Then y'all get on Instagram and you're crying and.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Reading is fundamental.
That's why I'm glad that I was able to put certain people around me. You know, when we talk about influences, sometimes people don't necessarily influence, but they enhance what was already present. You know, like with my situation, I came into the game with, you know, when I say the game, I mean this whole Instagram thing. Like, I didn't know what was going on here. You know, people saw this bigger for me than I saw it for myself. I was just being me. And when I get a manager, and then all of a sudden the manager cared more about these 3 initials on my hat than he cared about me, and he lying.
My manager cared about, I don't know what the fuck he was caring about.
Lying to people and telling them,
confused.
You know, he got meetings with Floyd, and he got deals on the table with Floyd.
I'm the artist. Can we put a song out?
And making promises, you know, it gets a little weird.
Music.
You know, but when you get somebody who can come around and enhance your situation, you know, just like earlier you spoke to my business manager. Like, I call her bully. Like, she's a pit bull in a skirt, but That's why my business is straight. That's why my LLC remains in compliance. That's why, I don't have to worry about my taxes. That's why I have somebody to read contracts, somebody to go over things. And again, that wasn't an influential move. That was somebody that recognized and said, hey, I came in to do this. I came in to start TMT Digital Network with Shabazz, but hold on. His backyard is dirty. Whoever this manager was didn't do this. Whoever this manager was didn't do that. She didn't have to hang around and say, let me clean this up for him so he can excel and propel forward. So I've had a strong team of women around me. Once homie, the manager guy did what he did, I made up my mind. If it's not like a production team or security or my friends, ain't no men allowed to work with me. There's no need for you. I work with women. Strong, smart, driven, protective women. Because they not going to be worried about, damn, that nigga got on a Versace shirt today. Damn, I got on as a polo. Women ain't worried about that. Women not worried. A woman not going to be worried about how did he get Feby on the show. Like, dudes want to be in competition with each other too many times, too much, too often. That once that jealousy shit starts seeping in, and you're not that kind of man, because I'm far from that.
Women do that.
So how you think
That's
it
the
feels?
problem. That's why a lot of women is not doing
How
good,
do you
'cause they
think it
scared to
looks
ask
and
the next
feels
woman for help.
when a man does it?
I don't know. It's weird. It's weird on both ends.
It's
And if you learn that from younger, then we would be okay. Like,
it's what's the word? Indubitably weird when a man does it.
I don't know what that word means, y'all.
It means ridiculous.
He hit me with the T.I. word just now. I was like, woo.
I mean, I think I got that word off the cartoons, so don't hold me. I think that shit came off the Flintstones or something. So don't worry about that word. I don't even know how to spell indubitably. It might be a word. We gotta ask T.I., but it might not be, because I think I got it from the cartoons, some shit like that. But my influences and enhancement recently, as it relates to this platform that people see, has come from people like my business manager Maria and our business partner Crystal and my friend Connie and women like this, and then my friendship, my relationship with Floyd and the Time Money Team family, my nigga P Rilla, and like the people who are around and see and believe in and support what I do while I still move and operate how I move and operate. You understand what I'm saying?
They're able to see that. You gotta give people something to see too.
They gotta see it.
They gonna support something that they can't see.
They gotta see it.
You can say you got a bunch of shit going on, but if nobody don't see it.
Yep. This is just, said this earlier. This is just divine intervention. People that know me know I really pray 5 times a day. I think I done prayed twice since y'all been here today. Like, this is just a blessing. Divine intervention for you, divine intervention for myself that brought us together. It ain't no mistakes. Everything happens the way it's supposed to, when it's supposed to, how it's supposed to.
From the club to the podcast.
If you want something, go for it.
You better go get it.
And if it don't happen, it wasn't meant to be. Switch lanes and do something different. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. This was super dope. I owe you Victory Restaurant and Lounge. And we going there now. Shout out to my homie Rico and Tobias. They did the damn thing in Miami with this restaurant. I think I eat there 3-4 times a week. Black owned business, and they deserve a shout out.
Support black owned businesses.
This the pull up, y'all. Episode 1. Feby. Katana.